Hello guys, Zev from New Zealand. So we have got iPhone X S Max today, which was suddenly gone dead. It's been to few shops, but they couldn't figure out what the problem is. So I looked at it, and then I found the problem is with u6300 IC, which is part number 1612A1. Um, so it's not charging, it's not turning on. So we will have a look today, and we will try to sort out the problem. And I will show you here. So this is the iPhone 6, iPhone XX Max board here. So this here is u6300 IC, which is part number 1612A1. So to test it, I have already removed this metal plate that is covering it. So I would recommend um, not to heat this metal plate if you have to replace u6300 IC, because this is so hardly soldered onto the motherboard, and very next to it is NAND flash IC. NAND flash IC is underfilled, so any excessive heat on NAND flash IC will bust the solder balls underneath, and board will go dead. So to be very careful on the safe side, so just cut this part here. And if it's u6300 IC which is causing the problem, in this case I find out that this is the problem, and now we will check it to make sure if this is what the problem is. So guys, as I told you before, this u60 u6300 IC is just next to the NAND flash IC, which is underfilled. So we have to be very careful um, removing it. Make sure you don't heat it up too much, otherwise. And we all know this is a sandwich board, so too much heat can destroy the solder bars which is holding the both of the board together. So what I have done is, see, I have very well kept on tape um, the board and just expose the IC which I have to remove. So before I do that, let's have a look here what we are doing. So we are removing this u6300 IC, because we are not getting volts here, and this looks like what the problem is. And next to is NAND flash IC, which is underfilled, and we don't want to give any heat that's and that explode the solder bars here. And we all know this is sandwich board, so these are the solder bars which making them both connected to each other. So we have to remove this. Let's do it here. My microscope, you see, is a little bit darker here, because the tape I'm using, the shield I'm using, it's sort of silver type, which is I think reflecting the light. So if I do it, they say this is a little bit better, but anyway, I need a good view under the microscope. But you can watch here. So to so I will set the temperature, which I think should be right for this removal. Okay, should be okay. So anyway, and then we will put some flux on it. I would like this to be a very clean pull that hopefully we can do, and we will do. So flux, and then a fine user, and then with steady hand I will start heating. Okay, yep. I don't want the flux go here where that The board is attached. Anyway, it's already there, so it should be okay. So we will keep heating till I'm comfortable that it's time to take it out. So this is very tight space here. We have to make sure when I pull it out, it has to be pulled up, not right, left, because there are capacitors there, and with this sort of heat, they are also easy to pull out. So we don't want to do that. So that's out now. So we'll give it a clean. So guys, as you can see, this is a clean pull out. So no pads pull up. So that will make our rest of our repair quite easy. So what we have to do now is to clean these solder balls, excess solder balls. As I told you before, I don't use solder braid, but rather than I will just remove them with a soldering iron and putting with some flux on it, or maybe I will use some solder paste to drop down the temperature for the next IC to go. So I will just use a soldering iron now. So let's put some flux here. And give it a clean. I don't like the tip of this one, so I will just replace the tip with another one which is um, little bit rounder than the curve. So let's see if I'm happy with this one. Let's put some more cracks. Because I want them, these solder balls, round and leveled. Yeah, that's going pretty well. So some more flux. So guys, if you have got any iPhone X, I'm not even happy with this one. So guys, it came out pretty good to me. Now we will put a new u6300 IC and see how it goes. So I realized this IC was partially underfilled, because remember how we were having difficulty removing it, and so now when I cleaned it, I can see that it's partially underfilled. So that's okay. We will remember for the next time. So guys, this IC was actually partially underfilled, so that's why we have had a little bit hard time to remove it. And now I have already given it a clean, so that looks all good to me. So let's take 1612A1 IC, which is here, and take it out, have a look. Yeah, that looks all good to me. And then we will align it, and before we align it we have to put flux. And that's all good. And then put it right way, which is here. And then same thing we will be doing is hold it to, oh, what I have done, oh, I got another one, so that's all good. Is it the same one? So I think these came out too, so we will put it aside for our next job. Is it the same one, 1612A1? Yep, that's the right one. So hold it here, here, and yeah, that looks all good to me. Start heating it and hold it steady. Yeah, position looks okay to me. Keep holding, and now we will let it go. Yep. Actually, I think the thermal mass on the ground solder balls is pretty high. That's why it will take little bit more time to melt some of the solder wall which are grounded. So we will put a little bit more flux here. That's enough. And I'm waiting my experience tell me now I made a little bit of mistake which I usually don't. So my hands are not steady today. Oh, come on. Yep, and we don't have to move it. Just give it a little bit of time so that it's cooled down. So guys, IC is installed, and we have to test it one more time to make sure we have restored the volt lines, which was not there before. So just to remind you, see what we was looking at before is this is a PP3 volt PP3VO underscore S2 line, which we had nothing here when we were testing it. So let's start from here, which is C6390. We should get 3 volt here. So let's go back and here. So black on ground, and then let's check if we got 3 volt here. Okay, so see guys, we have got 2.9, which is all good. So this is we are getting right voltage. Let's move to the next one, which is this one here is PP0V8 underscore SOC line. So we should get 0.8 volt here, which before when we were testing there was absolutely no voltage was coming out. So and this is a little bit, so oh sorry, I have to put you to a different view here, which is this one. So uh, so so let's check this here. So see guys, we have got 0.8 volt, which is all correct. So so most probably that is restored. So there should be, we should have no problem turning on this phone and then charging it, and let's see. So board is inside now, and I will show you the IC which we have replaced on the same board is. I will show you here maybe. So if we go here, so there's the charging, and so that's here. This is the IC, which is u6300 16112A1, which we have replaced. This is just on the where the charging port cable goes. So the board is inside now, and let's put the LCD back. And as I told you before, I'm not good at putting these LCD connectors. So anyway, that's all done, and then I will move this light a little bit here so that we can see if it's charging or not, if we got any light here. Okay, let me check. So yes, so we have already, it's all charging good. So maybe it will take a little bit of time because the customer took it to many places, and then so the battery was almost dead. So we will wait 2-3 minutes. So anyway, so guys, so this is iPhone XX Max, u6300A 1612A1 IC, which we have replaced successfully. So if you have got any question about this repair, you can call us. And we are in New Zealand, Hamilton, and we offer logic board repair courses as well. So if you are interested in any of our courses, and if you're in New Zealand or outside New Zealand, you can give us a ring, and I will put the information about our courses in the. So guys, just before we go, because I was waiting this phone to um, turn on, so it's all charged and turned on, and so see, all good. So that was a quite successful repair, and thanks again for watching. Thank you. Bye.